Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peaked Middle School. My name's Narwhal, and I'm here with Kyle.
It's great to be here. I love being in the studio with my boy. Man, I'm really having such a great time. 2021 has been so amazing.
I hope you guys like this auto-tune.
Yeah.
Hopefully Matt made this sound really cool.
If not, it's gonna sound really dumb. Hopefully he actually put auto-tune on this.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Well, that was our intro, guys. Hope you liked it.
Hopefully you liked that. I thought that would be really fun, and now I feel like a real musical artist.
Yeah.
That warmed up my pipes.
Is that how people with autotune have to try to sing?
Well, I don't think like that bad, but like you do, from my understanding, the more you change your pitch, the more that you can actually like the auto-tune helps it and makes it sound better.
So you think like T-Pain's going, I want to buy you a drink, like that?
Exactly like that, actually.
Probably, yeah.
Like I don't know if it could sound any better than that.
I like the bartender. And then it sounds really good with autotune.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Kyle, is it illegal if I build an army of snow penises and put them around someone's apartment patio?
I would say yes, probably. I think technically because it's trespassing. But
So-
if you're going to do it in like a public I don't know. Can you just put dicks in places?
Because they can just melt. Like they're not a
Yeah.
real thing.
Yeah, you're not.
It's like
It's
if
not vandalism because it's gonna go away.
yeah, and if it rains on your patio, if
Yeah.
I put some of my rainwater on your patio, is that vandalism?
No, because it's natural rainwater. But I mean, if you've got like a bucket of rainwater and you're dumping on my patio every day, I'd be like, hey, can
Cut
you
it
like
out.
dump it to like in the bushes or something?
Anywhere but here.
Just not on my patio.
Yeah, they said, I just want to prank someone. The plan is to build a couple dozen dicks, put them in a bin for transport, and place them around his bushes just off the sidewalk. Is it considered vandalism? If he doesn't like them, he can just step on them after all.
I mean, you could say that about like anything though. Like if he doesn't like my graffiti, he can just paint over it. You know?
Well, no, but that's different because
Why is it different?
Because you have to. Because he could take no action at all, and those dicks would go away.
What if it's always frozen forever,
Oh,
starting now?
they're living in an ice age.
Yeah, the ice age just started.
Okay, well, maybe in the fine print it'll say like not vandalism except for if it's during an ice age.
Okay, that's good.
Someone responded and said it's not vandalism and not illegal in general. However, there may be local ordinances regarding public obscenity. It may violate and carry a minor fine. Pretty unlikely someone would have to a stick that far up their ass that they would call the police instead of just kicking them down.
I don't think that's true. Actually, I think people would call the police on it. There are
think
some
it depends
real
where you-
shitty people that do it.
Depends who you do it to, you know?
It's like, how sad is your life that you're gonna call the cops because someone put some like snow dicks on your patio?
Oh, really sad.
Like what? Come
Oh,
on.
Yeah, I would do it.
God, dude. Some people just take no jokes.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, no, for
Like
sure.
when those kids, they ding dong ditch and I came out with a shotgun and I threatened to kill them.
Yeah, when I love when kids ding dong ditch me and then I go out and then I can just threaten them and just scream at the top of my lungs like, I have a gun! I'll kill you! Yeah, no, that's my favorite part about growing
My
up.
wife works at the school. I'll have you suspended.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I just like how do you get to that point of being that unhappy of a person that a kid ding dong ditching you is really going to ruin your day that much that you're going to scream at the top of your lungs on your doorstep?
I think those guys are the guys who were bullies in high school and they thought they were cool. They were the guys that like, you know, you also notice how the people that are like the bullies and the dicks,
Suck.
well, they suck, but they're also never usually like the best. Like usually the best football player or the best basketball player or the best athlete isn't the one that's usually the biggest dick.
That's true.
Sometimes they are.
Okay.
But I would say oftentimes the people that are like the bully dickheads are the ones that are mediocre athletes, but they kind of hang out in the group. No one really likes them in their group. So then they're a dick to everyone else. Basically no one likes them.
So I feel like the perfect situation is a kid that maybe hit puberty early and he was really good at sports in middle school. And then he thinks he's the shit when like everyone's all cocky in middle school
Exactly.
anyways. And then he carries that over and then he's not as good in high school and he kind of falls off the edge and he really thinks that sports was going to be his thing. And then he's a huge dick to everyone because he thinks he's good and then he's not.
Yeah.
And then his whole life, his whole trajectory just goes down. And then soon enough, you're screaming at kids.
Alcoholism,
Right.
divorce,
Yeah.
like maybe he became a sperm donor and has 300 kids.
Could be.
I saw a trailer for that movie from a few years ago where the guy tries to go meet all his sperm donor kids. Sounds kind of epic.
Wait, is that like a real movie or a fake movie?
No, it's a movie. It's a real movie.
No, but like,
is it based on a true story? I don't know, but I'm sure there's guys out there that have hundreds of biological kids.
I would never do that, dude. That's.
But you're a good-looking guy, so you're kind of doing a favor. Like at the very least, they're half not ugly.
I mean, thanks. That I appreciate you saying that.
Like the girl having the kid might be ugly, but
yeah, I feel like that. If I had like 300 kids, that's gotta fuck up something.
What?
Because they don't know who I am, and they don't know that. What if these kids don't know that they're related, and then they like have kids?
Whoa!
I feel like I'm not saying specifically my genes would do that. My genes would never do that. Okay.
Whoa! No, you're right. Because in a way, they're siblings. They're half siblings.
Yeah, but they wouldn't even know because they don't know who their dad is.
Yeah, but if I knew who my half sibling was and I had a kid with them, there could be biological defects.
Yeah, exactly.
I never even thought about that.
I know.
So they should probably limit sperm donors to like, yo, you can only like donate your jizz like a few hundred times.
Yeah. And I mean, if you have some sort of like, hey, she kind of looks like me, maybe we should get like a test. You can probably go to the doctor and do that. I maybe would recommend doing that before. I feel like a lot of people do that before having kids, making sure that
they're not related.
Not that they're not
I feel like
related.
you should make sure you're not related earlier than that.
Yeah. No, but I meant like that there's not going to be defects or there's, like a higher risk or something like that. Yeah. So I would recommend maybe they should just do that.
What if you were with a girl for like years and you guys didn't know, and then one day you're like having trouble getting pregnant or something, so you go and do these tests and they like, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but you guys had the same dad.
Yeah. Well,
that would be fucking crazy.
That would really suck. I don't even know what you do.
Would that end things?
It has to.
Does it though?
It should.
But like if it's a sperm donor scenario, like I get biologically, yes, that's kind of weird, but in every other sense of life, you didn't grow up with that dad. You guys don't know anything about each other.
Yeah, but biology conquers all of that. That doesn't matter. It's like this is you're related to this person. You can't do that.
I don't know if it does. I think you.
Yeah, it does.
No, I'm saying I don't think so. I disagree. I think you should adopt a kid. I don't think you should have a baby, but I think you could still be married to them.
I don't know if legally you could get married
if you have.
But I don't know how they would prove it. Because like you can't say.
Yeah, you can't
just be like, I don't know my dad, and they would be like, well, we're gonna find out. Like they wouldn't do that, I
don't think they can just look at your genes and like figure out exactly who your dad was.
Yeah.
No, wait.
But then how do they stop? What?
Because like on crime scenes, they can get like semen samples and then figure out who the dude is.
No, though they can do that.
Okay.
But before you get married, have you ever heard a story of like, hey, I want to get married, and they're like, all right, you got to jerk off in this cup, and we got to see if you guys are related first.
No,
like that's not a thing.
No, you're right. But what are we debating here?
I don't know. You were debating like, would you stay with someone that's your sister
if you found out you were dating a girl for 4 years? No, I'm not saying she's your first sister. She's like your half sister.
She's your half sister. So
but you have the same sperm donor dad.
Yeah. So like different upbringings, but you do have a same dad.
Biologically.
So you're biologically, this is your half sibling.
Yes. Would you stay married? I probably would.
I would. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I can't say because I'm not
saying I'm pro incest.
It seems like you are.
I'm just saying. To me, that doesn't feel like a sibling. Like that's as far away as you can get from a sibling as possible. It just is luck of the draw that you happen to be made by the same semen. That's it.
I completely disagree with you, but if you want to stay on that island, you can stay on that island. I'm not on that island.
I don't think it's that weird. I don't think it's that weird. Now, having a kid, probably not.
Definitely not. Don't have a kid.
But you can adopt. No one's ever.
Yeah, you can adopt.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with adopting. You shouldn't be married to your half sister. Is all I'm saying.
But like, what about that?
Taken out of context is gonna sound so weird. Adopting's cool. You just shouldn't be married to your half sister.
Wait, but what about that is so weird?
I'm not even explaining that to you.
No, I'm serious. Explain.
Why?
Because
it's your sibling. You don't marry them.
But it's your half sibling and someone
who cares? It's still your sibling.
Not really, though.
Yeah, it is.
Not really,
dude.
I'm serious.
I am too. I'm getting like upset about, like genuinely upset that you would want to marry your half sister.
I'm not saying I'd want to if I was dating them for 5 years and you love them, you built a life together, you bought a house together.
Yeah, no, I'm
just gonna be like, Sorry, dude. Biologically, we had a guy jerked off into a cup 15 years ago.
I mean, that is
or 25 years ago and made us.
You think that's happened?
Probably. That's why I'm trying to defend this, because I'm trying to think if that was me, I wouldn't let that ruin like a loving relationship, you know?
But I mean, you could
like if you guys decide to not have kids, what are you like?
No, you can
in your
still
day to
be
day.
with them.
What's ruining? Like, what would? The only thing is like if you can get over the fact that that's a little weird, then like
It's extremely weird though.
I don't think so,
dude. Like if you just didn't know Morgan your whole life, and then she's suddenly in your life.
Yeah. You mean so? Wait,
so like you didn't grow up with this person.
Yeah.
So let's say you didn't grow up with
and then
Morgan.
I met her and started dating her.
Let's say you started dating your sister.
Well, she's my first sister. And
But it's still the
I was
same.
raised by the dad that birthed us.
Right. Obviously,
So-
it's different, but I'm saying let's just say Morgan.
Well, but we need to change a lot of circumstances. We need to change not only so Morgan and I grew up in like different areas.
Yeah.
Had a different
Let's say,
mom
like,
and different dad, because the sperm donor
That
dad
you grew
didn't
up.
raise either of us.
Right. Yeah.
So if I had two parents, she had two different parents. Why are we using my sister as an example?
Because this is about being your sister.
No, because she's my birth sister. This is different. We have the same exact parents. This
Yeah.
would be half, and one of them you also didn't get raised
I know,
with.
but a half. I'm saying your half siblings. They're still related to you. You can't.
Yes, biologically, I
You
understand.
can't have kids
I
with half
agree.
siblings. Like,
I agree. Don't
Okay.
have kids with them.
and you shouldn't marry
But
your
if
half sibling
I
either.
met this girl
Yeah.
when I was like 24, all
Uh-huh.
right, and she's cool, we
Morgan.
start dating. Sure, maybe her name's Morgan, and we start dating, and we date for 6 years,
Yeah.
and then we try and have kids. We're 30, right? We try and have kids. We just bought a house. They find out some sperm donor named Jimmy 30 years ago jerked off into a cup
Yeah.
like 100 times.
Here's what I'll
I
say.
don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd be like, see ya, peace.
I mean, obviously, yeah, you'd still want them to be a part of your life, and maybe there's the emotional relationship there, but the
Yeah.
physical relationship should probably be gone.
I don't know.
I think it should be. But
Okay.
growing up, though, you should know, right? I guess this is assuming your parents told you the truth. You'd say, like, hey, both of us that were dating together, both of our moms had sperm donor babies.
Yeah.
There's a small chance that is the same person. And then you could look at
Yeah.
each other and be like, oh, maybe we have some similar features. The smart thing to do would be, if that is the case, you should probably find out, like,
Yeah.
are we related?
But dude,
or
I think you
are
also
there
gotta
any-
understand, like, there's a lot of fucking sperm donors. Like,
no, I realize that.
like hundreds of millions,
Like,
probably.
the odds that
The odds of like them actually being like the same sperm donor are really, really, really low.
yeah. But I think at the same time, it's also kind of higher because sperm donors would probably, if there's a guy that's just shooting ropes and he's just giving a bunch, then he's probably got a lot of kids. So his percentage is higher. I'd say it's almost more likely that if you don't know your parents, that you would be related. Because if I do know my parents, we're not related.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So boom.
Obviously, I'm not sure if I tracked that last part.
I don't know
but-
if I did either.
Okay.
But basically, all I'm saying is you should probably get that checked out before you try. I think regardless, you should get checked out before you try.
Okay.
And yeah, if you're both sperm donor babies, maybe get the whole ancestry thing going.
Okay. There you go, guys. There's a life tip. So if you're a sperm donor baby and you date a girl for 5 years and she's a sperm donor baby, just make sure you guys aren't related.
Exactly.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. That was didn't expect to go
Fun
there.
fact. I mean, I don't know if I've said it. I'm a test tube baby. I probably said that.
Yeah, that's right.
But I was made in this like lab, and they were like, basically, I'm a cyborg. That's why I'm so smart.
yeah.
Is they injected me with a bunch of cool stuff in my brain, like
Maybe
a
you're my brother.
chip. Huh?
Maybe you're my brother.
Were you? See if you're also a
No.
test tube baby.
I wasn't.
What am I supposed to break up with you, Kyle?
Yeah.
Am I
We
supposed to
can't-
break up with you if
we
you're my
can't talk-
brother?
We can't talk anymore.
Dude,
I know.
fuck that, man. I love
Yeah.
you.
Well, that sucks for you, man.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too, John, but I gotta go because I can't be married to you anymore. I hope you do find out in your ancestry thing that we're like weirdly related. And it's like, hey, John's my second cousin.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I'll update you within the next couple weeks. I should be getting my results back, and we'll find out who I really am. Who the true? What if it tells me I'm like something totally unexpected?
South African.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like
I don't know. I don't think you can be.
where else could I be white from? That's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say South African. I don't think you would be South African.
I have no like Russian features or anything like that.
No. I mean, do your parents have any idea
No.
of anything?
No.
No. Okay. I mean, I know that
My mom
you're
said
Scandinavian.
she thinks some sort of Scandinavian, but like
Yeah, her last name's Peterson. It's Scandinavian.
yeah, but maybe what if
I mean, it could have been changed.
one of her
also.
her great something was adopted by a Scandinavian, and then she's just been lied to, and
it's
low
true.
key we're actually like, what's another white country? I can't think.
Spain, Norway, Sweden, England.
Yeah. Well, no, Norway and Sweden are
France,
part of the
Germany.
Scandinavia. France. Oh, if I'm French, that'd be dope.
You probably have French in you. Like most white people have a little French. Like
Let's go.
I got some French. I got some English. Some Irish.
Baguettes.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Why would you not be allowed to say that?
I don't know. I feel like if I say like, if someone says like Chinese and then I say like,
Yeah, but with
rice,
white people,
that's
with
not-
white people, you can say anything though. Especially you
okay,
are a
okay.
white person. One and two, white people are kind of not off. They're very not off limits.
yeah,
They're on limits.
yeah.
A lot of other things are off limits. White people you can destroy, which I
Okay.
kind of like.
yeah. But it's like there's some at what country like there's kind of a line where sometimes you don't know, are they considered white? Certain countries where you get closer.
Oh no, we've had this conversation
further-
before. You thought Russian people weren't white.
Did I?
Yes, it was a clip about it. They're white.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sure, but no, but what country when you go further east? So what's past Russia? When you, or wait, where? I don't know
have you ever-
geography.
no, you don't. There's nothing east of Russia. East of Russia is Alaska. Or yeah, east of Russia would be Alaska.
Oh, well, I'm just trying to
South
think.
of Russia, there's China.
Well, what's the transition between the Asian countries and like the European countries? Like what's in the border?
there's like the like the Slavic area, like the Baltic Sea kind of area. So like Croatia, Slovenia,
Okay.
Bosnia.
Yeah, but I think most people would agree that those people are still white, or are they not?
I don't know. I mean, it starts getting a little
It gets
iffy.
muddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if there's a cutoff or how they declare that, but I feel like think of like Jokic is from over there, and like Nurkic is from Bosnia.
Yeah,
So
and I would
he's
say
white.
he's white.
Yeah, so I mean,
don't know.
it's up to the eye of the beholder.
Whiteness is in the eye of the beholder.
If you're colorblind, nah, never mind. That wouldn't work.
Huh?
I was gonna say if you're colorblind, you couldn't tell race, but I don't think that's how colorblindness works.
I don't think.
At least it's not how it works for me.
Yeah, no. Even if you have legit monochromia, where everything's like literally black and white, you'd
You
still
could
be
still-
able to tell.
Because it's different shades.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, speaking of sex and having sex with people, we have a message from someone about sex.
oh great, that was a great segue.
So basically, to break it down for you guys, one of our listeners, we're not going to say his name, he's going to remain anonymous, but he basically messaged us a couple weeks ago and said, hey, here's a weird story you guys should discuss on PIMS because it could be entertaining. Do you want to read the whole thing, or do you want to just give a breakdown, basically?
It is a long read, and I'm not the best reader. I'd say if someone's gonna read it, it's probably you.
So, I recently discovered that my ex-girlfriend, we broke up 3 years ago, has a pretty successful OnlyFans account. Awesome for her and all the power to her, right? 100%. One problem, though. I just found out she's using old videos of us when we were together as content. My face is not in any of the 3 videos/6 photos, but I'm talking full-on blowjob, money shots, all that shit. Probably not the smartest of me to take those kinds of videos in the past, but whatever, it happened. I was 22 and at the time and dumb.
Hey, I'm 22.
I'm 23. Maybe you're still dumb.
Still videoing
No,
money
no.
shots, apparently.
I found all this out because a buddy of mine subbed to her.
Kinda. I'd be a little peeved at my buddy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, to me,
Like if I
it
found
just
out
seemed-
an
like,
ex had
I
a
get it. We're not. It's been a long time, and so in a sense, like, yeah, she's just a normal person. But it's like,
dude, come on.
I would never do that. But I don't know. A friend of mine subbed to her account and recognized my bedroom from the videos. Awkward as fuck. Imagine if I accidentally, I didn't know who this girl was, but I
Yeah.
subbed to her thing,
And
and then
you
I
see
just
my
saw
bed.
like Kyle's bedroom, and I'm like, oh, what the
It's gotta
fuck?
be Kyle's dick.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I don't ever want to see your dick. Like, I
If
don't
you-
ever want to see you with a boner, dude.
that's what's weird. Well, it's not weird, but like a lot of guy friends, like everyone is shocked that we've never seen each other's dicks.
Like, I wouldn't be as weird about seeing, like, someone's just flaccid dick, but I don't want to see John in action with a boner.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see that.
But you wouldn't be opposed to seeing my dick if it was flaccid.
It's not that I'm opposed to it, but it's just like I've been in locker rooms, like I see that shit all the time at work. Like,
Yeah.
it's just whatever. But no, I don't see a lot of boners. That's what I don't want to see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, it's so weird. Like, I don't know. Is it weird? Guys, I need you listening to tell us. Like, have you, all of your close guy friends, have you all seen all their dicks? Because apparently a lot of people have. And
Yeah, we're not
to
like
me, that's not.
We're not a dick showing friend group. We say a lot of weird shit. We do a lot of weird shit, but dicks, we haven't crossed that line yet.
And I think we can just assume that, like, your dick probably looks close to mine, so I can just use my imagination.
Yeah, like I'd see yours and I'd be like, nice. Cool. You got that.
Okay, so he goes on to say, I confirmed it was me, DM'd her and asked her nicely to take them down, and she left me on red. This was a week ago, and the videos are still up today. I know if I wanted to, I probably could actually get her in real trouble for posting these without my consent, though I'm really honestly not that shy of a person, and I'm not fully devastated that she is using them, but obviously would rather not have my dong all over her page with her hundreds of subs, especially if I'm not getting paid for it.
Yeah, exactly. That sucks that you're not making money off of your dick.
Yeah. Now, he says, am I right to be pissed, or am I overreacting, and do I just take the L and move on and hope that eventually she takes them down? Let me know y'all's thoughts, whether blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then there's a follow-up message. But first of all, what are your initial thoughts here?
I say yes. First of all, yes, you should get paid for that. Like, your dick's on the internet. She's making money off of it, especially if she's apparently successful. You should be getting something for it.
Definitely 100% illegal.
Yeah.
So you could, like, I think if he wanted to, you could take action and, like, have her do some. I don't know if she'd get arrested, but she
probably
definitely
could sue her or something.
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
you could do some shit.
But it also depends on the person. If it's someone like you're saying, he's not super shy, it's not the end of the world, it's on there, I just would like some compensation, that's fine. That's probably the easiest person to be in that situation to handle it. Because if it's someone that's like, I do not want my dick on the internet, then it started causing a big thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say one thing. I think this could be maybe a life tip for someone who's younger, but, like, if you just know who you are as a person, and if you at all costs, like, if you really don't want your dick on the internet, which I think most people would agree they don't want their dick on the internet, just don't ever film your dick. Like,
and then know who has pictures and videos of it.
Yeah, and just even if you really, really trust someone, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying it's like it's tough for me. I'm like, I think a 99% chance I would never do it. But there's like a 1% chance I'd be down to film it. But then that 1%, you don't know, because then
it depends who the person is.
Stuff gets fucked up, and then, you know, you think you trust someone, then you don't, and then your dick's on the internet.
Boom.
So, okay, so he gave an update on my ex OnlyFans story, blah, blah, blah. My ex finally replied and told me that she would Venmo me $97 a month to keep the photos/videos on her OnlyFans until she can make more content with another dude.
Oddly specific.
That's so. The videos are still up, and there's also one that that wasn't there last time that I didn't remember talking about, that I didn't remember taking, but it's definitely me. So he just didn't remember this video at all. Such a weird exact number, $97, and I feel like I'm legit being blackmailed.
It seems like he probably could have gotten a little more from that.
If she has, like he said, she has hundreds of subs.
97 also, like, why could have just made it 100?
Like $100 is nothing, really.
No.
Especially like if she only has like 5 videos up and like 4 of those or whatever are you, or all of them are you're her whole content.
Yeah, and let's say if she's got hundreds, let's just say like 300 or like 200. Or even 100.
Let's say 200, and even if they're each paying $10,
it's $2,000, and you're getting 97 for your dick. You should be getting more.
You should be getting more. That's all I'm saying.
That you should get at least a quarter of it.
Yeah. Now listen, I'm not saying, like, if I was in this scenario, I probably would. I think I would go about it in a similar way. Like, I personally don't think I would like get like the authorities involved and all that shit.
If they refuse to pay, I might. I'll be like, dude, come on.
But I think I would be like, hey, $97, like that, you got to raise the price. My dick's worth more than that.
Yeah, because almost you're in the driver's seat now.
Yeah,
like, you kind of control this because like I could get authorities involved.
Yeah,
so I think you got to flip it back.
Yeah,
but also, I mean, if you don't want to cause a big thing and just take your $97 a month, I'd take $97 a month.
It's pretty good.
If you don't want it, I'll have it.
Yeah.
If you want to Venmo it to me, I'll take it.
Did he say anything else? Whoa. He sent one more
there's
thing.
more.
Okay, this is the final update,
Oh.
I think. He says, I'm more than likely going to decline her offer and ask her again to take them down because that's not really the life I'm trying to live. You know what?
That's fair.
Gotta love that. He says, also, the thought of a bunch of random dudes jerking to my old personal vids weirds me out a bit. But it's never a situation that I thought I'd find myself in. I think it also starts another conversation of exes and intimate photos / sex after you breaking up. Is it weird to hang on to that kind of stuff, especially after a certain amount of time being broken up from the ex, especially for girls versus dudes? I don't know, just an interesting thought. Yeah, that's a good...
I think definitely I'm delete it.
Yeah,
Like,
in my opinion,
There's no reason to keep it.
as soon as it's over, as soon as like it's over, like official,
Get rid
that
of it.
shit should be gone.
You don't need to have that still.
That's just basic human
It's just
decency, in
being
my
a
opinion.
good person.
Like even if a girl really fucks you over, I don't think that's ever
That's
an
never
excuse
okay.
to just keep that shit.
Yeah, and then use it for your own good too.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked.
Yeah, so fuck your ex, dude.
Yeah. Get that money though, or don't.
Or don't. Or get her arrested. That'd be kind of lit.
That'd be kind of sweet.
So you said you wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, so I've ranted about April not being a month. Like April just never really happens, you know? You never feel like you're actually in April. January, I have a rant about January. It's the longest month of all time. It always feels like it lasts way longer than any other month. And I also feel like I'm sad the whole time. Everything bad happens in January. And yeah, just mental health is at its all-time low in January every single year.
Do you feel like maybe this is just
No,
like
it's not
just
recency
you?
bias. It's not recency bias either, because I got some shit. I'll talk about it. Oh shit, I was thinking of A and F.
What? Oh yeah.
Well, I have it as my F. But yeah, my car's kind of fucked right now. I don't know, man. I just feel like every January, like shit goes wrong, and January always the
What
longest.
happened
month
last
ever.
January?
I'm trying to think what happened last January.
It might be recency bias.
Might be recency bias, but I mean, I have some previous Januaries that I've
My
hated.
birthday. Oh, last January was my birthday. That's when Shim got alcohol poisoning. But that's
That was pretty
January's fault.
That was pretty fun.
That's his fault.
Hey, that might be January though. That's like January energy. I don't know. I just feel like the start of January is always kind of great. You're like, oh, new year, blah blah blah. Things are gonna change, and then nothing changes, and it just sucks. And I always feel like, I mean, does it feel like the longest month of the year to you?
No.
What's the longest month of the year to you? Like, do you just ever have a month that you just feel like you can never get out of? Because for me, it's
October feels pretty long.
October.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like October though because there's football.
Yeah.
January, it's like
There's football though.
There's
January,
there's
there's a bunch of hype.
no,
football.
there's playoff football and it's great. I don't know, man. I don't like January.
It's already to me. January felt pretty fast because it's already February, and Christmas felt like just a, you know.
Yeah, I don't like December and January very much. And I know Christmas is in December, but I think I just don't like the winter.
Yeah.
I just feel like once I get to March, it's like the rest of the year is good. It's
Yeah,
just the
no.
January, February, I hate it. It's the dark days.
I mean, yeah, that part I fucking hate. Like, there's very few for how awesome Seattle is, and I love this state and the city, and like I love everything about where I live, but it comes at a very large cost.
It really does.
You know, like there's some places I've heard San Diego is an example of a place where it's literally awesome all the time forever. It's just perfect down there. Like it's always nice, always epic. It's not like that here. Like you get 7 months of awesomeness.
If that, dude.
But,
It's
okay,
like
6 months of awesomeness.
and if it's like stretching it out, it's like May kind of through September.
Yeah, but the other 6 months you're fighting for your life. Like,
Literally fighting for your life.
you're fighting to not be clinically depressed and dude, like it's crazy the amount of work that I can get done in the summertime versus the amount of work I can get done on
Now.
December 17th
Yeah.
is drastically different.
Yeah.
I feel like I sleep like 3 hours more every day in the winter.
It's also way harder to get out of bed for me in the winter.
it's tough.
Like when you're cold in bed, you never want to get up.
And it's black. You know that when you wake up, it's still going to be dark for another 3 fucking hours.
Yep. And you just know you're going out to your car. It's probably going to be frozen.
Yeah. And the cold here, my whole family agrees. The cold here feels way different than the cold in other places, like in a Colorado, for example, because
it feels way colder
it's
here.
It's like a wet cold where you walk out and it literally feels like it goes through all of your
You feel
layers.
in your bones, and it's only like 40 degrees out, and it's just the coldest thing you've ever been in.
It's so much. You really can't experience it unless you like come to a place like this where it's this wet. But in a dry, cold place, if you put on a bunch of jackets and sweats and like boots, you walk outside, you're generally fine, you know?
Yeah.
Like unless your hands get really cold or you don't have gloves or something. And it could be like 10 degrees in Colorado, but if you're bundled up, you're chilling.
I went in -1 because I wanted to experience what negative Fahrenheit was in Colorado. And I stuck my head out the window of the car, and it wasn't that cold. Like, I put my head out the window. I was like, damn, this really isn't that cold. Washington feels colder than this.
Kyle thought his head was going to like
I was hoping for like
freeze.
icicles or something, like my eyes get sealed shut, but it didn't happen.
No, and I don't know, but you feel the same way where
Yes.
here in the winter, it's just like so fucking cold.
And it's the same with the heat here, too. Like, in the summer, if I go to Vegas and it's like 115 degrees, that feels not as warm as
It's still pretty hot. But
if it were 90 here, it feels way worse.
Yeah.
Like 90 here is unbearable for me.
But I would say like 100 in Florida is the worst.
Oh, that's got to be the worst. Just a big
Have you been
messy
to, have you
swamp.
been to Florida?
No, I've never been to Florida.
Oh, not fun.
It's not the
Dude,
greatest.
literally I'll never forget the first time I went to Florida. I walked out of the airport and I actually I didn't know what was happening. I walked out. I'm like, holy shit. Like you feel water just on your, you
how
walk
Hawaii is,
into
too.
invisible water basically.
Yeah. You just suddenly feel drenched and you're like, why am I all sticky everywhere?
Yeah.
And that's just being in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know how everyone doesn't smell bad in Florida.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they might,
My
but-
my sweat glands would be on overdrive.
Just activation.
Maybe I
You got overactive sweat molecules?
No, I was gonna say, do you think you can sweat too much to where your glands like give out and like?
No,
Yeah, I don't think
because
so
you just keep
either.
drinking water and it just keeps coming out.
Yeah.
But there is that surgery you can get to like remove your gland. I just don't see how that's good for you. you
Yeah,
know?
I don't think it's like it sounds nice, but I can't imagine that would be good for me because
'Cause,
I'd go to the gym and I should be sweating, but since I got the surgery, I won't. So I feel like my internal body temperature would just go up and up and up.
Yeah, you get super hot and
Then what?
like doesn't everything get clogged? Because this stuff needs to get out, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sometimes like sweating feels good because you're getting toxins
Oh.
out. Like sweating after a hangover is good.
Oh really?
Like it feels good just kind of
Oh,
to
yeah.
sweat it out. You just feel shitty.
Or like
Get
I
this
don't know
out of
about
me.
for you, but for sports, like when I played basketball, if at halftime or during a timeout, if I sit down and I'm just like it's literally pouring off of my face, I feel great. Like
Yeah.
that is this weird satisfying feeling. Even though I know I'm gross, I'm like, damn, this is like awesome in a weird way.
Yeah, I don't really know what you mean by
don't
that.
relate to that?
like you
if
feel
you
great
if
when
you're drenched in sweat, are you just like, damn,
mean-
this is awesome.
I'm not like actively thinking this is cool, but it's like
Do you ever
don't
sweat enough to where you're like your whole shirt gets wet, or is it usually just like your armpit areas and your back?
I haven't done like intense cardio where I'm sweating a bunch a lot, so it's been a while. But yeah, no, I sweat everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Like everything will get wet.
yeah.
I just try not to get to that point because like why would I run?
Yeah, no,
Fuck
screw
that.
Screw running, dude. Has your passion for running came back?
No, 0%.
Mine hasn't either.
January was when I started running. All right, so there's a bad January. I hated it. I couldn't even run a mile.
Oh, that's when you started training for the marathon?
Not last January, 2 Januaries ago.
Yeah.
It's I kind of lose track of how long we've been doing this.
Yeah, it's crazy that we did the marathon like a year and a half
Year
ago.
and a half ago. Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. Someone commented and said like whoa, Kyle looks completely different from when he started. Like I don't know if it's my like
You
obviously
do
I know
look way
I've gotten
different.
like a little bigger, but like does my face look different? Does everything about me
Well, I
look
think
different?
like when you put on weight, not that your face is like fatter, but you just everything looks more like filled out in a way.
Okay, I guess, yeah, but
So I noticed, I'm actually like really sad about this.
oh.
I always take pride in like my ability to grow facial hair and like I use the term like beard, but I've realized I don't actually think I can grow a beard.
What do you mean?
Cause I got a beard trimmer, like a kit, and I haven't shaved this area in like, I mean, I'll trim it, but I don't like the sides of my face where like what are considered actual beards. Like this part is the goatee.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mustache, This I consider a goatee.
Yeah, I guess on the sides you don't have as much.
And I haven't cut it in like
welcome
a month.
to my life.
And I'm like, I don't think I'll ever. So I can get like a fat goatee, but just a goatee.
Dude, please grow like the like fucking one you can yank on.
No. I saw a guy at Best Buy though, a worker, and he had a mask on, but like under his mask was a goatee that was white, and it went down to like his knees.
You could do that.
I don't know. It doesn't sound very cool.
I also feel like most beards are super curly, and yours looks really straight.
Yeah, no, my hair is very straight, but
Like imagine if you could grow it and then you could just do that and like wiggle it around and it would just like a horse's tail.
But my point is, like, I'm kind of sad because I've realized over the last month of trimming this that these parts never get longer and they just don't fill out. Yeah, so I don't know. I think, I'm bummed because I like the look of a full beard, but I don't really like the look of just a goatee.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm too young to be rocking like clean over here and then goatee. I
Yeah,
look too like
it does
a
make you look
dad.
a little older.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I like that. I'm sad now.
Well, just do a mustache or do something else. Like you could have like a little bit of a thicker mustache and then like kind of fade it everywhere else, and that looks fine. Like you don't have to literally just have a mustache.
No, I know, but I
don't know. Start Googling for some inspiration. I am not the one to ask about what you should do with a beard.
No, I know.
You've seen what I look like with a beard, and it's not good.
Yeah. Yo, when you look in the mirror, are
Hate
you
it.
like do you like objectively when you look at yourself, do you think I'm hot?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, duh. Like there's just some days where you're like, you don't have it. Maybe like I haven't worked out in a few days and I'm like right before I shower. Dude, I have this thing when I wake up, I have an insane like pee baby. Like my bladder is just so huge.
Okay.
So right in the morning, I look pregnant. It's
Yeah.
not a good look.
Okay.
But sometimes I'm like kind of feeling myself, I guess. But
But generally, do you enjoy looking at yourself? You
Yes.
enjoy how you look as a person.
yeah, for a long time I didn't, but now I do.
Okay.
I'm like I'm happy with myself.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I don't know. I think I'm lucky. I feel like my family instilled me with like a decent amount of self-confidence, not in like everything, but in terms of like I've never been self-conscious about how I look. So when I look in the mirror, of course I don't think I'm like David Beckham, but I like
No, you look like David Beckham, dude.
but I like how I look. I look at myself, I'm like, you're nice to look at. Now,
Good.
maybe others don't necessarily feel that way, but
Who
I do,
cares?
so
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
But there's just some days where, like, I don't know. Today was not quite this level, but there's some days where, depending on just what I wear and how long it's been since I did my facial hair and like the right attire, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm just like, you're fucking hot as fuck. You ever do that? Like, I'm not trying to hype myself up. I genuinely sometimes look and I'm
Like
like,
a certain outfit, like you got your hair perfect.
and I'm like, holy shit, you're so hot.
yeah.
But like, I realized it would just be really tragic because there's a lot of people that never feel that way about themselves.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That would suck.
yeah.
Just to you're never satisfied with how you look.
I was like that
Sad.
for a long time, yeah.
But
I
like,
didn't
did
like
you
how-
always hate how you look, or
Yeah.
you just?
I always hated
you
how I
hated
looked.
how you look.
Yes, I did.
For up until when?
Like I always struggled with like confidence like that.
But I mean, was it like based on weight, or was it just your face?
Both. It was like, it was my hair, it was my body. I guess it was my face. Not really my
How come
face.
you didn't? Why do
I've
you
been
think
cool
you
with my
didn't?
face.
What do you think like sparked you not liking it?
Probably comments from other people or hearing or just seeing other people and seeing like, oh, I don't look like them, or like I think they're attractive.
Yeah.
Like I want to look like this, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure everyone, you compare yourself to everybody,
Yeah.
and really like I should have been okay with how I looked.
What did people say that made you not like your like face or your hair? Or
Well, they just
Anything.
like make comments like, oh, like your hairline or whatever.
oh,
People say that
yeah.
shit, but that was like high school. Like I don't know. Now that doesn't bother me because I guess I'm mature enough to the point of like I don't really care.
Yeah.
And like the people that were making fun of me have like worse hairlines now, so it's like jokes on you.
Jokes on you.
But yeah, no, I always knew that I was like the super skinny kid, and I hated that.
Yeah.
Like I even got like at baseball tryouts, they would say that like you need to put on weight or like you need to do this.
Yeah.
So I just always hated that. So then I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna do something about it, and then now I'm like, oh,
Let's go.
I like myself better now.
Nice.
I don't know. I just feel like that's how that's how you improve your self-esteem. Is
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to make a change, but you could do something that makes you feel good.
Yeah, I mean, like, one of the things is, like, you know, if you're too skinny, it's unless you have like an actual like biological issue where you can't put on weight, usually like eat more food, gain weight, eat less food or burn more calories, lose weight.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's easy, but like what's reassuring about all of that is knowing that like it usually for most people it is possible.
Yeah. You just got to put a lot of work in, and like the work really sucks. And early on, you're not even going to notice a difference. Maybe you will notice an early difference. I didn't. And I was like, well, great. This sucks. And then just out of nowhere, it kind of happens. And then you realize like, oh, you can look at a picture of where you were before and where you are after. And you're like, damn, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then you just want to keep going.
Yeah. I was talking to my buddy Blake, who we had on the show a long time ago, about this, and he was saying, I mean, he was just saying like kind of his theory. He was like, I think a lot of the reason why a lot of people have trouble or never find a passion for lifting weights, like some people like to go on jogs or like to play sports, but some people just can never get into like finding what's satisfying about lifting weights. Mm-hmm. And I think Shim has got you and me to both.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely enjoy going to the gym and lifting weights. Like I feel good and it's fun to me, but he's like, I think a lot of people never do because the first couple months, even like if you've never lifted, the first month in particular, since like your muscles have never worked in that way,
your body feels like shit.
Well, your body, it hurts a lot.
I couldn't straighten my arms. After I did my first day of arms, I couldn't straighten my arms for a week.
Yeah, you get a lot more sore the first time you ever start working out than you will later. But also, since your muscles have never really grown or had like a reason to grow in this way, like you do these exercises, but you don't really feel it. At least to me, and it doesn't feel. You don't feel like your muscles working in the same way that it does.
You don't feel the contraction.
Yeah, like when you can really get to a point where you've learned what you're doing and you understand, like, all right, this exercise is working this muscle, and then you can actually like do like a curl, and you look at your muscle and you can see it move and feel it move.
You feel it contracting. Yeah.
Then you like it becomes more satisfying for some weird reason.
Yeah, and I like that because. I guess early on too, you don't know which muscles are which too, and you don't know what should be activated when you're doing a certain exercise. And once you kind of find that out, and you can literally feel yourself contract where you need to contract, and then you're doing the exercise, and you can feel your muscles actually working. Yeah.
Then like it becomes way more satisfying for some reason because you realize like, all right, I understand what I'm like doing here, and like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm all about like I think everyone should try it.
Yeah.
I know it's not for everybody, but it's something that I've really grown fond of and something that's like helped my life a lot. So I definitely want to recommend that to anybody.
Yeah. And by no means, I'm not the type, I think there's different types of people that like lifting weights. There's the type that are like Shim, where I think he truly at his core loves the pain of lifting weights.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm quite like that.
I don't.
Like, I'm not saying that when I go to the gym and I'm like sweating and struggling that it's like, that's not the fun part for me. The fun part is like how I feel afterwards and how
the endorphin rush.
Yeah, and I see results long term. But then I think there's some people who just truly like they suffer, but that suffering is like gives them some sort of high.
Yeah. And also
I wish I could be like that.
No, me too. I don't have that. I don't care enough to want that.
Yeah.
But I also feel like a lot of people you're saying more people get into jogging rather than lifting weights. I also feel like it's a very big ego thing where there's this stigma about, oh, you go to the gym and there's just a bunch of dudes that are squatting like 400 pounds.
There are sometimes though.
Yeah. At my gym, there's like 2 or 3 a day. Yeah. And it's like, I guess I was really nervous about people around me and them judging me for like how little weight I'm lifting.
Yeah.
But once you actually go to the gym and you realize that no one cares, and you start going for a while and you realize I don't care what he's lifting, then it's like no one cares. We're all here to just get better, and that's why we're all here. Yeah,
there's this weird like unspoken thing that you think that everyone else cares what you're doing, but then you realize you don't care what anyone else is doing, and then you realize none of you care about each other at all.
And you're all just trying to get better, and people are genuinely nice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I also saw a post from this girl, and it was like, what was it? It was something about how like guys be thinking that we actually give a shit about their Instagram stories of them deadlifting.
I mean,
And
it's probably true.
Yeah, and like to me, or I feel like obviously to someone like Shim, who's his biggest passion is lifting. If he sees some guy deadlift like 1,000 pounds, he's like, holy shit, this is like insane and it's cool. But just, I don't know if this is reassuring for anyone, but just know most people don't care.
No.
So
Just,
like,
we're all there to get better. Like,
Yeah.
that's just, who cares? Get over it.
lovely.
Anyways.
Kyle, one more thing before we hop into the segments here. I saw this thing on Reddit. It was under r/no stupid questions, and someone says, why haven't we been able to design a dustpan that doesn't leave a line of dirt behind?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. That's always bugged me.
And I've never understood it, so I thought maybe we could read here and see what people say. So they said, we're in 2020 carrying mini computers around in our pockets, and I can't sweep without trying to get that fine line of dirt 50 times before I give up and vacuum it.
That's so facts.
Okay. Someone said to avoid leaving a line, the edge of the dustpan would have to be around the same height as the thickness of the average dust particle. Think of trying to bump a beach ball up some stairs. Unless you get under the center of gravity of the ball and get some lift, the ball will just bounce off the stair riser.
What?
Wait, I'm trying to understand this analogy here. But if the step is half the height or less of the ball, it's possible for it to roll over. Blah, blah. Oh, so he's basically saying like, if a ball's on like a stair, and you just like try and like without getting like underneath it, it'd be like impossible for it to get up to the next step. But if the steps are half the height of the ball, it's going to be a lot easier to like get the ball up to the next step.
Yeah, no, I think the solution for the dustpan is to get it more thin on the edge.
Well, but what he's saying is like, it would have to be the same thickness as the average dust particle.
Yeah, so you just need a thinner edge.
You realize how thin a dust particle is?
No, yeah.
It's like
obviously
probably
there's gonna
impossible.
But I think the solution is making it as thin as possible is the only way that you can really do it.
But even a thinner one, it would still have a line probably.
But you might not be able to see that line. It might just be like this tiny little
That's
dust
true.
particles that you don't even realize are there.
He said when you sweep, the dust is doing something similar. It's bouncing and bumping along, impelled by the broom bristles. Any particle that gets some lift will make it into the pan. Oh.
So no one really gave an answer. It's just
It's basically
we
says
could make
like,
it thinner,
but we haven't.
but we don't.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
we all are just going to suffer with that. Someone's going to make a very simple solution. Actually, no, the simple solution is just get a Swiffer.
Or it's a dustpan, but it also has a mini vacuum on the end of it. So you dust it
Ooh.
up, then you just turn a switch on the thing on the ground, and you go over it, and then.
Yeah, I mean, at that
And
point,
you
just
throw the rest-
vacuum, but you could have
No, but
just vacuumed
it's-
anyways.
But that would be way more convenient than having to whip out the full fat ass vacuum and plug it in.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. Like a little dust devil on the end of the thing, just kind of suck it up. Yeah, that's innovative.
Let's
You should-
go.
Nice.
Yeah.
We
that's-
actually found the right answer.
We're innovative thinkers here.
Nice. Now someone's gonna steal that and make millions because we have absolutely no way of creating that.
Yeah, no. Not
But
at all.
anyways,
all right. Hopping into the segments here today, we have fan questions and recommendations. I have a good recommendation. All right.
Start me off.
I want all of you guys to try this because I did this the other day and it was really fun. Go on Spotify or whatever platform you use, pick a random name. Just think of a name like
Kyle.
James, and then type in like a last name letter like W or something. Pick one of the random artists that pops up, go to their page, and just give their music a chance. It's just a game.
Has it worked for you yet?
Well, we could. I'll cut this out because I can't put it in the episode, but we'll try real quick. Give me a name.
All right.
First name and last name letter.
Matt M.
Okay. Come on.
Let's go.
Give me something juicy.
Candice K.
Okay. Candice. Candice.
ACE.
Oh. Candice K. Candice Keys.
All right.
Oh, 0 monthly listeners.
Ah.
Wait. Oh,
We
it's
could
not
be number
loading.
one, though.
It's not loading. Wait. Candice Keys won't load out here because we have no service, but I'm going to assume they had I think one of their albums was called like Best Country Album. Like that was the name
I
of the
was
album.
not expecting country. Okay, nice.
I think it was a guy.
Oh,
Candace
I wasn't
Keys.
what the fuck?
I don't know, but I'm just
The
saying,
dude
type
named
in a
Candace?
random name like Edward Q
Yeah.
and just go listen to Edward Q. Sounds like a pianist, a really good pianist. So, what's your recommendation, Kyle? What do the
Okay.
people got to try out this
So
week?
this one is very personal to me, and it's probably I wouldn't really recommend trying it, but it's just something that I do, and maybe someone else can relate to it. That's kind of what I'm going for here. So every time I eat, John always makes fun of me for it. Let's say we make a pizza. Get my pizza. I always have to make sure everything is in order before I start eating because I need to maximize my happiness while I eat.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll take my pizza. Maybe I'll take it over to the couch first, set it down. Then I'm like, wait, I got to pee. So I'll go pee. Then I get back. I'm like, oh, wait, I got to refill my water. So I go refill my water.
What if you still have half your water bottle? Why do you need to refill it?
It depends. There comes to a point where it's like, I need more because I could drink all of this during my pizza thing.
What's
and
wrong
I would
with
have to get
drinking
more.
some of it and then getting up and getting more later?
It's
'Cause
just
either
getting
way,
it's just doing it now. It's like you're delaying the inevitable. I'd rather get up, do my shit now, and then celebrate after, which is just celebrating is just eating.
this just seems so strange to me because you don't seem to be the one to be like huge on delayed gratification. Yet when it comes to eating, you're big on delayed gratification. You want to delay
Yeah.
your eating as much as possible.
It's not that I want to delay my eating. It's just that I don't want to. I guess when I eat, I don't like having other things going on. So I don't like to eat while I'm working. I like to set things aside, eat, and then continue what I'm doing.
But you like to watch things while you're eating, which is taken away from your eating.
Yeah, but that's part of my experience. It's like a little break for me. Whenever I eat, that's my little mental health break.
Okay.
But I gotta, sometimes chapstick's involved. I gotta put chapstick on. I get real weird because I start thinking, what are all the other things that are
What
like
if you have a blister?
bugging me right now? I mean, look, if I got a blister, it's not gonna
What if
change.
you have a splinter? Are you going to take the splinter out first? Or are you going to go find tweezers to
If that's
take out the
gonna
splinter?
if that's gonna affect my eating form, then I might
What if you're a little cold?
blanket or sweatshirt.
What if you're
I'm doing all of this before I eat.
What if you can't find that? Are you gonna go out of your way to go on a mission to get warm before you eat?
If
you can't-
there's literally not a blanket, then no, I'm gonna eat my food. I'm
Okay,
not like
okay.
that insane. I just like to have like, I don't want to have to deal with other things while I'm eating. I just want to get everything done, eat,
Okay.
and I start overthinking, and I'm like, oh, I
Okay.
need my water, oh, I need my chapstick, oh, I need a blanket, oh, I need a sweatshirt. I gotta
What if 90% of your meal is done, but like the rice is still cooking? Will you wait for the rice, or will you eat your meal and then have some rice?
It depends if I wanted my rice with my meal. If I wanted it with my meal,
with my wheel.
with my wheel, then I wait. Yeah, no, if my rice is going to be made with, let's say I'm making chicken and rice, I'm not going to eat my chicken then my rice. I like to eat things together if they go together. If it's separate, if it's like pizza and rice, eat my pizza and
Well,
then
I
my
mean,
rice.
who makes pizza and rice? Come on.
I might have done that before. You run low on food.
Sometimes when you're in college or just like living on your own, the food combos get weird.
Yeah, no, the other day I had meatballs, fries, and pot stickers. That was my like dinner or something, or early lunch.
Yeah, honestly,
or
that
late
sounds
lunch.
kind of fire.
That was pretty good.
That's another thing is a lot of people criticize weird food combos, but a lot of times the weird food combos are still good.
Yeah, no, I've heard some like gross ones though.
Like what?
One of my coworkers said he ate cinnamon rolls with chili. Like that's the grossest thing ever.
That sounds
I don't know if you're like dipping it in the chili or what's good with that, but I don't see how that's good at all.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so I guess my recommendation is make sure you're comfortable before you eat.
No, I can get that because
I just don't like to rush into things.
sometimes I have to go pee my whole duration of eating, but the food still tastes good. I just go pee after.
Yeah, I just don't like to sit there knowing that I have something that needs attending to, you know?
Okay. All right. Guys, if you're new around here and you want to ask us questions, DM us on Instagram at PIMS Podcast, because every single Thursday episode, we answer a bunch of questions from you guys. So, Kyle, are there any good ones?
So the first question comes from, it's either Peter or Petar.
Petar.
What's your favorite song? Mine is Moment Victoria Monet. That seems very, I've never heard of that before.
Sounds
it seems like
an
a symphony.
opera.
Yeah, an opera or symphony. But let's change that into what's your current favorite song? What's the song that you're playing the most? Like maybe when you're working out or when you're driving around or
Kodak, last day in. He just got out of prison and he dropped a song.
Wait, didn't
he
Trump
got pardoned?
Why the fuck did Trump pardon Kodak?
Let's go. Kodak's back, baby.
Why was he in jail?
I don't know. Guns, drugs, criminal activity, something like that.
So
yeah, Kodak, Last Day In, go listen to it, my boy.
why the fuck did Trump pardon Kodak? I don't get that.
And Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
On the same day. I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah, you know, Kodak is probably the best musical artist of our lifetime.
Nope.
I mean, definitely like of this generation, potentially of all time.
Right.
Yeah, he's just truly a gift to this earth, and I just recommend you all go listen to it.
Yeah.
Everyone likes it. There's not a single person who couldn't like that genre of music.
I don't. I don't like Kodak at all.
No, I don't think you know what you're saying right now.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying.
Guys, Kyle's drunk. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, I'm super drunk. I actually drove drunk over here.
Yeah.
And then we recorded, and then I'm going to drink more and drive back.
Yeah.
While listening to Kodak.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the only time I'll listen to him. Yeah, my favorite song.
Right now. That 2 Chainz one? Or?
Yeah, probably Money in the Way by 2 Chainz. I mean, it's like a year old or year too old. I just found it super late.
Music transcends time, Kyle.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, hello? Sorry, guys. This is... Okay. Basically, my dad just barged in here with some random dude and...
Tested some electrical stuff.
It was really weird scenario. I don't even know what just happened, so we had to cut it. But what were we talking about?
We're
Music?
thrown off right now. Yeah.
Your favorite song?
Yeah. Money in the Way by 2 Chainz. I think LeBron helped produce that album, actually.
Kyle's got so much money, it's in the way. Like,
It's
Kyle
just
can't
in my
even
way.
see. There's just too much money.
Yeah. Throw it up. It's falling down. It's definitely in the way. That's what he says in the song.
It's funny, like, how much I, like, listen to these songs that I cannot relate to in any possible way. Like,
Yeah,
I listen to
but I want to relate to that. So it's like my
Yeah.
motivation to get there. Like, I want money to be in my way.
I know.
Everything's
I
in
love
my way
that.
of money right now. It's the problem.
But, like, what about... I listen to a ton of songs about, like, drugs and, like, gangs and, like...
yeah,
stuff that I'm never going to be a part of and like don't experience. Like, I don't think I want to experience that, but
it's
I'm
probably
intrigued
because
by
it sounds good to you, or you might think it's
Yeah.
cool, or it's been. What's the opposite of like vilified?
Gentrified. Nope. Not
Gentrified.
Gentrified's when like rich people
Gentrification?
go and like build houses or like take over like poor communities
Yeah, fuck that.
and like build a bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's
that's
awful.
like gentrifying.
I don't even know.
Wait, is that awful?
not-
Is gentrification a bad thing?
yes.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm not even trying to sound dumb. Like, I don't understand what gentrification
for
really is.
for people that are higher class that just want everything to be nice in their area and they don't want the poor people in their area. It's good for them because they like
No,
that.
but isn't like building nice things doesn't that help communities?
Yeah, but it also pushes out a lot of people.
Oh, it pushes people who can't afford it to move somewhere else.
Basically, yeah. It's basically pushing people out so people can be happy with their little society.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's gentrification. Unless you gave me the wrong definition, that's what it is, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. They call it white gentrification.
Sounds right. Sounds white.
Okay. What else do we got?
This is a good question. Okay, this one's from Steve. Always great with the questions. If you could ask your pet a question and they would actually answer it truthfully, what would it be? Like, just you get one question to ask your dog. Your dog's dead. But yeah, and your dog's going to reply.
Damn.
That's hard because if you get one question, like, you can't fuck it. You can't ask something dumb like, do you actually like your food? Or
Yeah.
do you actually want it? Why are you barking?
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would ask.
I would say, like, do you actually understand what's happening in your life and
True.
why?
Yeah. I think I
Like,
might.
I want to know, like, are they, like, are them and I on the same page, or are they just on another planet and they're just happy to be here?
I think they are. I think they're just kind of happy to be there. Like your dog, Rosie, any golden retriiever, they're just kind of happy to be there.
There's not much going on behind those eyes.
Yeah, no. It's a lot of just dumbness, dumb happiness.
I'd probably ask, like, what do you think of your life?
Yeah, I would ask my cat Jackie specifically. I would say, why do you pick on me, or what is it about me that makes you so drawn to biting and scratching me, specifically me, out of anyone else?
Yeah,
I have questions.
I think everyone would love to know the answers.
I
to
would
that.
love, but I will never find out. So
What about, like, asking what would be cool is if you have a dog that you can, like, take places, not like a little chihuahua, because, like, what are you gonna do with a fucking chihuahua?
kick it.
But if you're like, what is one thing you want to do in your lifetime? And let the dog pick. And then
I wonder what they would say.
Yeah, like if the dog says, like, I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro with you, I'd be like, all right, let's make
Your
it
dog
happen.
does not know Mount Kilimanjaro.
They could have seen it on TV.
That's true.
Dogs watch TV. My dog used to like sit and just watch the TV.
Yeah, my cats do that too. They used to sit next to the TV and just watch the people on the screen and like hit them.
Think about how confusing that must be. If they really can't understand human language, if all they're doing is like, when you say their name, I think all they're really processing is like it's the same noise.
Or it's the same voice saying their
Yeah.
name. Because like my cats, if I can use a certain tone of voice and they'll follow me, but otherwise they won't. Like if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, come here, they just look at me like, fuck you. And if I'm walking towards the kitchen and I'm like, all right, let's go, then they know they're getting treats and they come sprinting in.
Yeah. Well, but if other people, some random stranger says my dog's name, the dog will still respond.
Really?
Yeah. I think it depends
I mean,
how
dogs
dumb
are,
the
dogs
dog
are
is.
different. My cats, no, they don't know their names, but yeah, maybe dogs.
But think about how confusing that must actually be for them to like their whole life. They're trying to watch this TV thing, but everything on the TV is something that their brain literally is not capable of comprehending.
Yeah, they
So
might just see people moving
it's like
around.
silent films.
It's like entertainment for them
Yeah.
because they can't speak English, probably.
We don't know. Secret Life of Pets.
True.
Okay. What's next?
This one's from Lexus. What gets you annoyed the fastest? Like, what is the one thing that will piss you off quicker than anything else?
Oh, an obnoxious laugh.
Oh, yeah. I think loud people for me. People that are unnecessarily loud.
I can get pretty loud though.
No, it's fine when you're like, it's okay to get loud. I'm just saying when it's not a situation to be super loud. When someone's very loud, I
They
hate
just can't read the room.
Yeah, just not reading the room. Like, hate that so much.
Yeah. I mean, this I think would annoy everybody, but for me, the biggest one I think is when people don't understand that, when people don't have like self-awareness to realize that they're like not liked, or like
Yeah.
that just like there's some times where I'm like, you should know by the way that everyone responded that either wasn't funny or that wasn't cool, or like,
But some people like can't read that.
I know, but
it's like
that's
a
the most
defect.
infuriating
Yeah.
thing. Like, you actually are the worst.
But what if they can't help it?
They're just, I still hate them.
No, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
that's-
just like that's something everyone should work on, is self-awareness.
I just think people piss me off the most. Like, it's just people.
Kyle hates more humans than like, well,
I cannot.
Kyle
I
gets
hate
more-
stupidity. Like, obviously, I know
You
I'm
just hate people. Just people in general. Kyle doesn't like. No, that's not fair.
That's not true. I
but
like.
you
I like
hate
people.
more people than most people I know.
I get very bugged by certain things, and the certain things that bug me really bug me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I'm just trying to think of a way of like explaining myself a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah. So those are probably the two.
Yeah, just people. People existing.
What about like not a people thing, unrelated from humans, like just a different thing that annoys you?
That's a good question. Right now my dryer is really pissing me off. It takes like 3 hours to dry a load of laundry. That one really bugs me.
Um,
I'm trying to think. My Bluetooth audio, when that shit doesn't connect and I'm yelling at my car and it still won't connect, that pisses me off. When John's PC doesn't work and our streams can't work.
that's a
pisses
really
me
fun
off.
one. No, I like that a lot, actually. I saw one that was something along the lines of like, what's the weirdest or coolest thing you guys did together when like in your youth?
Oh, yeah.
When we were younger. What was like the coolest thing we ever did? Or the weirdest thing we ever did?
Weirdest thing we ever did. We almost walked. We didn't end up doing it, but we almost walked your dead dog around. We
Contemplated taking the ashes of my dead dog and putting it on a skateboard
and then like
rolling it around and then asking people if they can watch my dog for me.
and posting it for National Pets Day or National Dog Day.
Do you remember when we were in your kitchen?
Yeah,
Sitting at the
about
table, dying laughing about that
Yeah.
idea.
That was like probably early high school, like
Or,
freshman year,
eighth
maybe.
grade. I think it was eighth grade when my dog died.
Oh yeah, okay, that sounds right.
That would be so funny, though.
There's still time to do it. You still got the ashes?
Yeah.
All right, we can whip that out. Bring Rosie for one last walk.
How much you'd be paid to take a cupful of dog ashes, put them in a bowl of water, heat it up, and then like make coffee with it? Or like just basically drink a cup full of ashes.
But
it's like a dead animal.
No, I would definitely do it for the right price. Like I'd easily do that for $1 million. I'd probably do it for
$100,000.
I'd do it for $10,000.
I'd probably do it for $10,000. I might puke after.
I would.
That's okay.
But yeah, no, I'd do that for $10,000.
Oh, I just would feel so dirty just knowing that my pet's like fur and liver and heart are all blended up.
Yeah. And she also smelled bad. I wonder if her ashes smell like she did, because that's going to make it a lot worse.
I think when you burn them alive, well, no, you
They're
burn them when
alive.
they're already dead.
So you just, here you go. Walk on in here. Let's take you off your leash. See ya. Close the door.
Imagine if they never invented like lethal injections. So if your dog had to be put down,
you're just walking
it's either like blunt force to the head or
I think people used to like
them.
shoot their dogs. People shoot a lot. Dude, people used to just shoot. That was a solution for everything back in like 1930. It was just, let's shoot it.
If you couldn't figure it out, just shoot in the head.
Like my horse tore his ACL. Oh, my dog tripped and fell. My cat's meowing still.
I'm not going to say it.
Child?
No.
Child's acting up?
Another human
Wife?
that does something you don't like.
Yeah, shoot them.
Well.
Okay. Don't say it. I don't even know what you're going. You're moving your hands.
You know.
I don't.
You know what I was. Okay. Cool guys. Thanks you so much for listening.
Thanks you. Thanks to you guys.
I love you so much. Much love. You thank for listening. Appreciate much.
Thank.
Leave Apple Podcasts on review.
Good.
Get to 400.
Yes.
And
do.
Sub, please. Please sub.
Good.
Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at KyleStafford36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you love the show and you want to support us, we have a bunch of content on Patreon at patreon.com/PIMSpodcast, where you get exclusive stuff that no one else gets to see.
Merch at pims.store. Check out the hats, hoodies, sweatshirts.
And with that being said, we love you. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.